Okay, so an indie game came out last night called Dwarven Realms. This is a $10 game on Steam. It's kind of like, I'm going to explain it like an ARPG slash survivor style game, kind of like a roguelite a little bit, I suppose. I'm going to explain to you why that would be. You get different powers that you can pair together. They give you different bonuses. You have gear like an ARPG. You have stats in which you can place attribute points as you level like an ARPG. And then you're going to have like kind of a crazy like Path of Exile style skill tree here in which you can get all kinds of different raw stats and bonuses, etc. And while this is a sponsored video, it does actually have very positive reviews on Steam, so you can see that for yourself. And it's also made by a pair of twin brothers, which is kind of interesting for an indie game. So it's just a couple bros who made a game. It also has a true offline permanent mode in which your characters persist forever. So if you're someone who is an offline enjoyer, you have that. And you have an online seasonal mode that resets sort of like ARPGs as well. There's also a leaderboard, so you can see where you place in what they call ruptures, which is sort of like your rift level. And you can also see your actual character level as well, like the top guy right now is 421, for instance. So this is the map. As you progress through the map, you're going to unlock different areas, and the different areas will give you different unlocks for your base. Your base starts small and gets bigger and bigger and bigger as you unlock more and more things. And let me show you what the actual combat looks like when you pick one of these map missions to play. So this is sort of what the mission looks like. You're constantly having minions summon. There's like a rift you can stand in, summons even more of these. You have a dash ability, and you actually have abilities depending upon what weapon you choose to use as well. So I'm using archery at the moment, so there's different attacks you unlock and passive skills you unlock as you level up your different weapon. You have spears, maws, staves, two-handed, one-handed archery, and magery. I prefer to kite them because it's a survivor style game, so I kind of run in a circle in order to get them paired up so I can hit them without getting stuck. So you can hit them with your combos, etc. After the battles, you can go back to the workbench in which you can craft gear. In order to get the resources to craft gear, you can go into the furnace and take your ore that you acquired through the missions, turn them into bars. You can do the same thing with wood into planks, for instance. So you can see this is how progression of your gear crafting will go. Now, there's different types of gear. So there's gear that comes like preset with the stats already, which is the purple gear. Then you have like your yellow gear here, and you put this in, and this actually allows you to choose what you want to level up or add on in addition to the gear. So you can either craft your gear up, or you can find a good piece of gear that's already dropped and rolled for you. You can also upgrade your offhands. So what offhands are, basically this is your survivor style of gameplay. This is what makes it cast automatic abilities. So you're going to have all kinds of different abilities, from everything from like summoning a dragon to a poison pool on the ground to like a laser beam to lightning bouncing between people, and you can choose the build that you want to go with. You can see here you have 3 offhands. You have your main weapon you're choosing, and again I showed you the different styles that come with your main hand, and then your offhand is going to give you different powers depending upon which one you want. Like I have 2 of the ethereal dragons, I have 1 of the poison pool, but I could add in like a lava droplet one, for instance, to the enhancer here, and then I could level up this. It's currently purple, so I could upgrade it again if I had the resources, for instance, or I could take a lower level one like a blue one here and upgrade it to make it become purple, etc. So you can upgrade the offhands that you find that you like and pair them together. Also, if you put 3 of the same ones on, it upgrades that power to be more powerful than it was with just like 1 of them. So there's a reason to double dip into the same one if you find an ability you really like, for instance. There's also fellowships, which is the equivalent of like guilds in the games. You can join one to be able to keep your score as a guild. And because the skill tree is pretty wide, if you end up making mistakes, there is a Respec Station that you can unlearn your abilities. And while you're going through the different areas, the final rupture of each area will have a final boss associated with it. And there are unlocks for each rupture related to your base. You can see here, unlock Sands of Time Guardian Upgrade Mortar and the Plank Station. So you are continually unlocking more and more in your base. Okay, so that's the basics of the game. Who's the game for? Who do I recommend it to? I recommend it to 2 types of people. The type of person that's just looking for something chill to play, not think too hard, blast through some minions and make some progression. Maybe you're in between different seasonal launches of ARPGs. It's kind of a dead time right now. Everyone's waiting for the D4 expansion or PoE 2. Maybe you're looking for a cheap game to try out and play. It's $10. You're supporting, an indie dev. okay, give it a shot. The other type of person I probably would recommend the game to is the type of person that is a Vampire Survivors enjoyer, Deep Rock Galactic Survivor enjoyer, the type of person that likes these horde-style games where you're really getting surrounded by a ton of minions and that you can push through. In this one, though, it has a leaderboard, so you can kind of push through and see how far you can actually go and how far other people are progressed as well. So it's not necessarily a competitive game, but if you want to be able to compare your progress, you have that available as well. I myself love these cheaper survivor style games where you have just a horde of minions you're slaughtering through, because sometimes it's fun not to take a game too serious. Just put on whatever you think a cool combo is. The powers actually feel pretty good. I remember when I got the Fire Dragon one, I was like, oh, this one's actually pretty good, and that felt fun for 20-30 minutes while I was using the Fire Dragon until I tried a different ability. There's a variety of weapons, so you can try out the different weapons, etc. I think it's a pretty chill game to play on an off day or between season launches, and it's $10. And this is pretty funny. In the game, they actually added a mount for me. This is an orange shark. They asked me what I wanted, and I said, can you put an orange well in the game? And they did me one better and put in an orange shark in the game. So if you go here, you can type in Darth MTX _ $$ bills, y'all. Click claim, and you will actually get yourself an orange shark. Success mount has been granted, just like that. And the shark's name is Micro, and you can equip it. It's equipped now. And there you go. I thought that was kind of funny. So shout out to the boys for adding in an orange shark for me. But that's about it. If you want to check it out, read some of the reviews as well. It's called Dwarven Realms. You can find on the Steam store. It's $10, and you can go through the reviews here and see exactly what you think about it, as well as if you want to give it a shot. So shout out to Dwarven Realms for sponsoring today's video, and I wish the brothers luck with their indie project. I hope this goes well for them. That's about it.